See, bread frying. We're just gonna kind of let it get a little crispy because you want the crispy bits as they go in. We're also getting started on the sausage, right? Remember that we were somewhere over here. Yeah, here it is. Over in here. That is now actually hanging out in brandy because we're gonna use that brandy in the sausage as well. So that's going to be a bunch of the rest of this with possibly some neck meat and stuff. Sausage. That's a bunch of sausage meat. And we're going to mix it up in there. And then Janelyn's going to sew that thing up, and I'm going to stuff it with all of this meat. And then we're going to cook it. And it makes a nifty sausage. Okay, so that's the stuffing. We've now mixed apples and the bread, and some chestnuts, some sage and parsley and a little thyme, the giblets and some onions, the cooked bits that we did earlier, and we'll stuff that into the bird. Right, so it's stuffed. Look, see, we put the stuffing up inside it. There's more stuffing on this bit that's against here, and that's right to basically just cover up, put out in the garage till tomorrow. It'll stay cold. It's still quite cold, and that's basically, we'll put some vegetables around that and put it in the oven tomorrow. Right, so this is the sausage stuffing. It's made of sausage meat and the giblets and some of the veggies and some port and some brandy and thyme and sage and a little salt and pepper and stuff. It's going into that skin, which we trimmed ages ago and which Janelyn has now sewn up almost all the way. And I'm not going to show you stuffing the sausage, but we'll show you after we've stuffed it. Okay, and that's the stuffed thing. Yep, ready to go. And there we are. It is now, it'll get going up a little bit more in a little bit, but that's pretty much got to cook. Leave the cover on. Yeah, so this has been cooking a while. And other than that, it poked through a couple of the holes. We're in pretty good shape. Watch out for that. So we're just about ready to take it out. It's looking pretty good. And so we're going to have this for breakfast tomorrow. It will be yummy. You'll see. It's got a big carbuncle on the top. But that little tiny hole that I cut turned into that big giant hole for all that stuff to come through. That's what happens when you don't pay attention. And that's the sausage cut. And before we cook it, we're going to put foil around it. This foil makes sure that we don't really burn up the outside too much at the beginning. We will take that off later, and later being in a couple of hours. This is going to take a couple of hours to cook. I think you cook 15 minutes per kilo, and 15 minutes per kilo means by 7 kilos or so. Yeah, 7 kilos, so yeah, a couple hours. So, that's that. That's it in the oven. We're now going to forget about it for a while. I got about at least an hour before we even have to check it. Right, so now it's almost done. We're going to take off that piece of foil, and then we are going to let it brown for a little bit, and it'll be done. Remember all that neck meat we were boiling? This is about to become the gravy, where you just had to pull it off of the neck and cut it up, and then we're going to drop it in over here, get this all boiling again, and then we'll have some gravy made out of that. And that's almost it. We're actually almost done, ready to turn out. And we've carved it now. Watch. Carve the breasts off. Separate off the wings. Carve all the rest of the meat off. Take the back half, which is down under there. It may look really well done along here, but it's actually extremely tender all along the breast. This is just because the wings are always going to get dry. Even though in this case they were sitting in the bony wings, you don't really want them for much. And the legs, the thighs are all fine. But there you have it. That's it. And there we have it. We are now ready to serve our Christmas dinner. There is goose, sweet potato, the stuffing, the gravy. There is bread and a salad, and also a mushroom tart and some garlic bread. And that was everything. Except some wine, I think.
Yes. A bit of wine.
There we have it.
Which wine do we want to serve?